Hello, everyone. Welcome to our channel, American Pickers. Fans can't quit gushing about how much more intimate the world of American Pickers has become. Fans were both moved and amazed by a message on Instagram from Danielle Colby, the star of the History Channel smash show. Danielle shared pictures from her son's gorgeous wedding day, which was a rare and memorable event. The pictures showed not just the couple's glowing love, but also the pure happiness of being with family. Fans filled the comments with greetings, blessings, and praise for the newlyweds. Many were quick to notice how unusual it is for Danielle to share about her children, making this glimpse into her private life feel particularly precious. Fans couldn't help but remember that Danielle's daughter has also given glimpses of her own life, as when she posted provocative swimsuit photos that got people talking on social media. The difference between these two aspects of family life, romantic wedding celebrations and carefree beach days, gives us a very interesting look at Danielle's life. The fact that Danielle is both a mom and a star on American Pickers is what makes it all so interesting. This post wasn't about treasure-seeking, rusty automobiles, or antique deals. It was about love, legacy, and the next chapter of family. Fans are now saying that this is one of the most romantic shocks that Danielle has had on her journey. From the screen to her personal life, she continues to remind us that treasures aren't just found in ancient barns, they're also found in the milestones we celebrate with the ones we love. The world of American Pickers just became a lot more personal, and fans can't stop talking about it. Danielle Colby generally shares her trips, art, or her personal style on a platform, but she surprised her admirers with something they never expected, a rare, very personal look at her family life. For the first time in years, Danielle revealed images from her son's lovely wedding day. And let me tell you, this wasn't simply a family milestone. It was a lovely, wonderful moment that fans are still chatting about. But why did this single message send the internet into overdrive? Why did this moment hit so deeply, both for longtime American Pickers fans and for casual followers? And what does it indicate about the woman behind the tattoos, the burlesque, and the picking adventures? Tonight, we're delving deep. To understand why Danielle's tweet seemed so shocking, you had to understand who she is to the public. For almost a decade, Danielle has been the heart and backbone of American Pickers, the hit History Channel show where rusty treasures are hunted, found in barns and backyards across America. While Mike Wolfe and Frank Fritz combed through mounds of antiques, Danielle held it all together, organizing transactions, making calls, and communicating with collectors. Her quick wit, bright tattoos, and rock and roll attitude transformed her into a fan favorite. Danielle wasn't just a sidekick, she was the person who injected personality to the pick. She was surprising, amusing, and always a little mysterious. But here's the thing. While Danielle showed us plenty of her personality on TV, she rarely gave us access to her private life. Unlike other reality stars who turned Instagram into a journal, Danielle kept her family mostly off limits. That's why when she unexpectedly posted wedding images of her son, it seemed like a vault had been opened. Let's pause here. Danielle Colby is not the kind of celebrity who floods her Instagram with family cookouts or birthday celebrations. She's a performer, a burlesque dancer, a fashion entrepreneur, and a TV personality. Fans know her for her art and her boldness, not for her personal life. So imagine the astonishment when, out of the blue, she uploaded photographs from her son's wedding. The images portrayed a young couple completely in love, radiant, beaming, and surrounded by the joy of family. There were grins, hugs, and the undeniable warmth that only occurs when two families connect. Fans were stunned, not just because Danielle's son was getting married, but because Danielle was allowing them into a space that was hers, private and sacred. The comments section exploded. Congratulations to the newlyweds. What a beautiful family moment. We've never seen this side of you before, Danielle. It was clear, this wasn't just another Instagram post. It was a milestone, both for Danielle's son and for Danielle's followers. Now here's where things get interesting. While Danielle's son's wedding showcased romanticism, tradition, and family togetherness, her daughter occasionally shows viewers something quite different: confidence, assertiveness, and independence. Every now and again, Danielle's kid publishes bikini images, creating a combination of adulation and conversation throughout social media. Some fans praise her confidence. Others, obviously, create controversy. But together, these two sides of Danielle's family offer an interesting picture. On one side, a typical love narrative, replete with vows, rings, and celebration. On the other, modern self-expression, confidence, and originality. It's almost like Danielle's family matches Danielle herself. Complex, layered, and never fitting into a neat little box. Let's speak about fan reaction, since it was huge. Fans of American Pickers aren't simply there for the antiques. They're there for the personalities. They've observed Danielle for years, but they've rarely seen her vulnerable. This wedding post altered that. Some admirers saw it as the most romantic surprise in Danielle's trip so far. Others liked her choice to let her children enjoy private lives, but loved that she made an exception for this significant time. One fan wrote, "Danielle, this is treasure, bigger than anything you've ever found on the show." Think about that. For years, admirers have seen her surrounded by rusty signage, older cars, and old Americana.
But now?
The treasure wasn't an antique. The treasure was familial. Here's why this matters. Danielle Colby has always been larger than life. Tattoos, burlesque stages, vintage shops, the thrill of the choice. But at this rare moment, they saw her not as the TV celebrity, not as the performer, but as a mom. The son she raised is now starting his own life. The daughter she supported is forging out her own unique path. And in the middle of it all, Danielle is watching her family evolve, just like fans have watched her. This wedding wasn't just about a couple getting married. It was about legacy, about the passing of time, about the idea that the greatest treasures in life aren't objects, they're people. A wedding setting packed with music, laughing, and candlelight. Guests dressed in their finest, the bride in a gown sparkling with elegance, the groom standing tall with love in his eyes. Danielle, seeing her son say his vows, certainly felt something beyond words. Pride, excitement, maybe even a tiny bittersweet ache that every parent knows when their kid goes into adulthood. For fans, it's easy to envisage the romance of the day, the flowers, the music, the first dance. But the actual romance wasn't just between the bride and groom. It was in the way families got together, in the way love emanated from every corner of the room. This wasn't simply a wedding. It was a reminder that even reality stars, even TV personalities, live the same human moments we all do. Of course, the internet ran with it. Entertainment sites rapidly grabbed up the tale. Headlines flashed up. Danielle Colby shares rare family photos. American Pickers star celebrates son's wedding. Fans shocked by Danielle's private life reveal. And with every headline, people clicked, commented, and shared. Some tabloids tried to foment controversy, bringing up Danielle's daughter's social media presence as a contrast. But supporters didn't care. They saw what mattered: love, family, romance. In many ways, Danielle's wedding post wasn't only about her son. It was about her personal progress. She spent years being seen as the tattooed picker or the burlesque queen. But this moment reminded fans, Danielle is also a mother, a woman with a family, and someone who loves love above everything else. And maybe that's her greatest pick yet. Not a rusted motorcycle in a barn. Not a historic gas sign worth thousands. But the treasure of seeing her son step into his destiny. So, what does this all mean? It means Danielle Colby just handed viewers something more valuable than antiques, more important than television fame, a reminder that life's ultimate treasures are personal. They're the milestones, the romances, the marriages, the family legacies that outlive us all. For admirers, it was a romantic, emotional surprise. For Danielle, it was simply another day of being a mom. But when those two worlds collided, the TV celebrity and the mother, the result was pure magic. And maybe, just maybe, that's why this single Instagram post will go down as one of Danielle Colby's most remarkable moments.